welcome to the podcast, right now known as Jolly Friends, but we're soon work on change. Clarity. This is Notorious Evan. We're with the Shamers, who's a little under the weather, and we're with Manamondo. 55. You don't know why 55?
Double nickel, son.
Nickel.
I know why.
That was my jersey number, son.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
It was 54. But for those who don't know, I had a very good friend back home, Mags, fortunately passed away. For that senior year, he said he wanted me to wear his number the following year, and so that's what I did and changed it to 55. So it's been 55 ever since.
Alright, so Manamondo 55. I guess this was talking about gamers, our gamer tag and everything else. I know Andy's been real big on achievements lately. He's finally getting that full swing of grind for achievements.
All day, every day.
Tell me what do you think about how does it feel to start going for them actually instead of trophies that you didn't care about?
It's about living life to the fullest.
That's why there's 1,000 gamer score or more each game.
It's about taking the horns and riding that bull to the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is those trials achievements going?
I hate it.
Yeah?
It's the worst thing that I probably ever committed to, but it's a commitment and plan on sticking to that commitment.
Because what were you telling me your goal is going to be per game? How much percent of the...
I'm going to try to get 50%
more
of every game completed.
It's a fair goal.
I don't think that's going to happen with trials just because...
I feel like there's a couple of achievements you can sneak out, maybe get that.
Yeah, maybe.
What are you at right now? As of a little over a week, you've had the...
In trials?
No, over the whole...
Yeah, 27% in trials.
27%. How many points do you have after a little over a week?
I'm like just under 1,000.
Pretty solid.
For a total gamer score.
Keep that up. 52, almost 1,000 per week. That's 1,000 score, almost like 45,000 gamer score.
Yeah, it'll get there one day.
Yeah, every week get about 1,000. Straight solid.
Yeah, that'll probably never happen.
I'm finally gonna get the last of those Borderlands achievements. I got all the DLC for the first one, so I can get 100% on that one.
You know what's awesome?
What is it?
What's awesome? Shalmers?
I don't know.
That's awesome. What about you?
Something I didn't know about Borderlands was Unreal Technology makes the game. And I don't know if you played, but Unreal Championship was like the best game for the Xbox when it first came out. That was a hardcore game.
Debatable.
Oh no, it ain't debatable. What was better than that?
On the Xbox?
Yeah, when it first came out.
There's a game. It was like a cat. It was an orange cat. And he had
Garfield?
Goggles.
Are you talking about Garfield?
No, I'm not talking about Garfield. I'm talking about the cat. The cat game. There's a cat.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
I would have played it.
I'm sure that the game is fun to be able to play the yarn like yourself.
Unreal Tournament, that was some good stuff back in the day on G4. You'd watch tournaments.
Yeah, no dope. At least G4, man.
Unreal
Rest in
Technology.
peace.
I was like, oh, I did not know this.
Yeah. So you guys
Doesn't 2K make that game?
Yeah, they're all part. They all worked on it. So you guys will see
it's all
me.
Confusing.
You'll see me playing Borderlands for a while, even though we got Xbox Ones. Just because I got to finish those achievements.
Yeah.
Other sad news in our game experience, we had to have a little meeting between us because someone in here had some sad news about our little Madden career we had going on.
Yeah, it just felt like it was time to adventure out on my own, go my own way, because Madden has been kicking our asses to the dirt.
We do have one win out of our combined 20 games.
It's bad, and it's just time for me to go on my own and just start a new franchise and try to be better at Madden.
Wow, Mondo, what was your Mondo, what was your response? Because I was gone, I was working, so I want to know what were you thinking when Andy dropped this bomb on you?
Well, it's sometimes even with the Z Warriors, when they knew the androids were coming, and some of them went and trained with each other, some went off in different groups, and that's basically how this situation is we know Madden is on a whole different level now. We gotta take different approaches, and Andy feels like he needs to step away from the franchise family, so to say, and practice and go and train on his own, and that's the way I see it.
Hyperbolic time saber. That's the way I see it.
I hope it reflects into your gamer score and your...
The plan is to wear a 40-pound weight vest, couple 5-pound ankle and wrist weights, and normally go on about a mile run, and then play Madden. Just try different techniques to get it down.
Are you gonna wear the weights when you play?
Who knows what's gonna happen? I'll try about everything. I might even play a Ouija board to see what could happen.
No, that's not saying we're no Ouija board.
Well, one thing I want to point out though is that Andy's taking the role of Vegeta when he trains in the spaceship, because nobody ever goes into the hyperbolic time chamber by themselves. Vegeta went with Trunks. So I mean, no one person went in there by themselves.
Which is pretty fishy in itself.
Fishy?
Yeah.
You're fishy.
Just bringing a little boy in with him.
It's his son.
Exactly.
It's not a random little boy he picked up. It's his son.
Oh,
Goten.
wait. What about a little boy? Where's this conversation going?
Trunks.
No, we're
Bring
talking about
Trunks with
how
him?
you're taking more of Vegeta's when he's trained in the ship. When he got close with Bulma, so to say.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
And then I'll come back to be the strongest of them all and be the new Super Saiyan.
For a while.
Super Saiyan.
Strongest for a while.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sell out and get the M on your forehead, and
Yeah.
somebody's going to have to bring you back to Earth. And
All of a sudden, gamer tags Majin Busta.
Well, we're gonna have an interesting year coming up.
Yeah, interesting indeed. That's what I was thinking. Me, Mono, we'll figure something out. We're still kind of.
yeah, we'll probably either redo it or we'll
Maybe we'll
steal some of Andy's players.
we don't know.
We'll
We're
probably redo it. I don't know.
We'll figure
We haven't
something out in the
decided.
coming days. But
hopefully tonight.
Mondo
or
has got a couple games where he got pretty close. I have one win, and I should have won a couple others. Mondo's gotten pretty close with fourth quarter games type.
yeah.
I haven't
unfortunate.
stood a chance.
And it's not stood a chance. Mondo, though, talks like every game is going to be a blowout for himself. Does a lot of talk. I consider, if I look at this, me and Mondo, I consider us, if you guys have ever seen the commercial for the new Madden with
Drew Brees.
Dave Franco and Kevin Hart. Mondo's a lot like Kevin Hart. A lot of talk, a lot of showmanship.
And you're Dave Franco.
I'm basically Dave Franco. When it gets down to business, I get after it.
Sound like you said an in-between of Dave and Jay. What's the other guy?
James Franco.
James Franco.
Dave is the brother, though.
Yeah, Dave.
He's right. It's Dave Franco.
Yeah,
What'd
it
you
sounded
say?
like you said in-between. You're like,
Jave of Franco.
Jave.
Dave.
Yeah.
I was thinking about James first. But Dave.
Dave.
So I'm Dave.
Dave.
Get down to it. I can put on my work pants and get after it. Don't care what's going on around me. He's all show until it gets to the game. And when it gets to the game, his team just gets ran over.
Well, I don't know about that, because you go through all the tutorials, to get achievements, but at the same time, you're practicing
Ha.
all the different variables of the
you're
games.
Kevin Hart, I'm Vegeta, bitch.
Hey, I don't know what you're laughing about. I'm making real money in real life, son.
What?
Yeah, right? There's a reason. I don't know about you.
Wait, you're
Both
making
are-
money on Madden? You haven't told us about that?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm Kevin Hart. I'm the voice for the Madden commercial.
Yeah, but I'm Vegeta, so there you go.
And
Luckily,
Kevin
we're
Hart.
not in the anime universe.
Kevin Hart. Alright.
Hey, you know what? There's
Hey, I liked your movie Neighbors. That was really funny.
Thank you. It's one of my best roles, probably.
You're welcome.
the only black guy in Dragon Ball Z was Popo.
Are you sure he's black?
Well,
If he's black, but he's black basically.
He looks it, I guess. Like a Jinx.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's no one.
I've never seen. Oob is
But
dark brown. He's
does-
from a native tribe.
So, does
Yeah,
that
I
mean he's not
guess.
black?
Yeah. Dragon Ball, there's a black guy. He had it's racist, but he had the big lips, like the big old purple lips.
Well, there you go.
And he was bald. He was a part of the, help me out,
The red.
Ribbon Army.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, that was the only brother in the series. There's no black guy in Dragon Ball Z. Even if you look at all the people when there's always the big fights through the cities, you don't see no black people. Only natives. And that's very strange. See, look, you're even looking it up. I don't even know who that guy is.
This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
What do they call him? They call them, I don't know if they even have a name for him. If you want to know what we're talking about, search Dragon Ball Black Guy on Google. It'll bring you right to Staff Officer Black. Apparently that's his name.
And what's his name again?
Staff Officer Black.
Well, there you go.
He's a antagonist in a Dragon Ball manga.
There you go.
Yeah, he was like a sidekick for the boss guy, and then he betrays the boss guy, and then Goku.
Apparently he makes appearances in Dragon Ball GT,
Yeah, I don't know nothing about
making
that.
it come black.
that was a good one, I guess.
You can laugh. That's funny.
I have some very good
Let's stay away from
African American
Yeah.
friends.
I can't guarantee that.
I do enjoy black people's company, so if we have some black listeners, give a shout out to you guys.
It is racist though. If you're looking at like both of them. Look at Popo, friggin' Popo. Over here looking like
Popo, I don't think is even a human. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but still
he has to be.
He's got
an
the same
alien.
lips as Officer Black. Look at that.
He's a genie, you know. He's
Man,
just,
that's
Same
true.
lips.
You can't argue.
Same lips.
but you know what? The show was made in like the 80s.
Yeah, what about like the old?
Things in the 80s were a lot more racist. I
Yeah,
guess.
well, watch this video.
No,
in class.
18 was like in the 80s. And they
Yeah,
had
well, no, that's a game changer.
What? I mean, in the 80s,
Club of Lang.
I mean,
Like-
And then the first Rocky was like in 79, I think. And then they had Apollo Creed in there. So, I mean, it's not like black people weren't in.
All right, let's look at this. Look at this photo. I think you can see it. If you're listening, this is a guy dressing up as Popo for Halloween.
well,
That looks
is that
completely
racist?
racist.
Yeah, that's a minstrel show right there.
that was
that-
completely.
Yeah.
It's a guy that has his face out and he had the lip big, make it look like Popo. If
I
you take
mean-
it out of context, Dragon Ball Z.
A white guy doing any sort of blackface is racist.
Yeah, I know.
But a black guy doing whiteface, there's comedy to that.
A little bit.
Yeah, it is. So I watched this video though in class a couple years ago. And watched this video talking about different things, talking about kind of racism, and it talks about blackface, and it shows these people that would like do like the picture of stereotypical racists like black women, and they would like these white guys would dress up and they'd have like all that stuff on, and they'd put the makeup on, make the lips look real huge, and then the blackface. It was terrible. It was bad. I was like, you're not laughing, of course.
Yeah, that's like exactly what kind of those cartoons though showed. I
Well-
mean, for every race too, even Asian races, there's always this stereotypical look.
Everyone
that
else on
Asians
Dragon Ball
had,
Z.
you know,
We'll look at the old Disney stuff. Yeah, there's some like the old fantasy, or what's it called, Fantasia.
yeah.
The old one has some real racist things like the
I haven't seen that in a long time.
It has something.
I watched the movie though with that Jay Burgerskoff. Anybody know what I'm talking about? He's in This Is the End.
Oh, Jay Baruchel or something.
Baruchel.
Yeah, the Buster.
What
Yeah,
was
that's
he?
pretty good. Okay, Oob's black there. He's not brown. In that
Yeah,
picture.
If anything, he's
When he
Indian.
talks to Goku, he tells him that his family back home, and he basically describes the native tribe.
I see. He looks
Yeah,
from like
a village. He says he's from a small village.
He looks like he could be from like.
Maybe he's from
India
the
or something.
motherland, you know?
Maybe.
Looks like some kind of Indian
Yeah,
origin.
but I think what this happened, there's a lot of African American fans of Dragon Ball Z, but at the same time, there's some shows that have been created in anime that they made for their own. I mean, you look at Afro Samurai and the Boondocks,
Yeah.
and those are some anime karate / comedy
Yeah, what's it called?
TV shows right there. Anime shows.
I do like Boondocks. I've learned a lot from it.
Hey, did Samuel Jackson voice the Afro Samurai guy?
I don't know. I know
I'll look
that
up who voiced him. 'Cause
from Friday, Craig's dad, he's the voice of the grandpa on Boondocks. I know that.
yeah, he does a lot of stuff that.
But I'm not quite sure about Afro Samurai.
That video game, fun video game.
For which one? Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai?
I don't think I
Afro
ever.
Samurai
It
is
was a fun
straight
video game.
hood version of Samurai Jack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Afro Samurai. Let's see. I'm trying to see my Ninja with Samurai Jackson. Adolfo Samurai. Was this him?
Is it Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
Man, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
He's had a great career.
Yes. What has y'all been in?
Uh,
No, the
where
most.
to begin?
I think the most frustrating, one of the most frustrating roles I've seen is the one he plays in Django.
Oh man, don't
Freaking-
even
he's
get me
one
He
started.
busted.
plays a bust though, but it fits, you know.
It's so better than
But-
Snakes on a Plane.
I think Samuel Jackson has to be in a Quentin Tarantino movie, you know.
He's made for it.
He's always in them, so.
Alright, so let's see. He's got Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Avengers.
Who directed Pulp Fiction?
Quentin Tarantino.
There you go.
And Jackie Brown, Quentin Tarantino.
Shout out.
Avengers.
So obviously all
He's
the
in
Marvel.
the Star Wars movies
All Marvel.
Yeah.
and the Marvel movies.
Jurassic Park.
and the
He has to be like one of the highest paid actors.
Let's look at his net worth.
Now with the Star Wars though, I watched Divine one day and it's like, why does he gotta have the grape colored lightsaber? And it was true. It was the only purple lightsaber I ever seen on
Yeah,
Star
it's
Wars.
custom.
You know, I mean,
Maybe he chose that, but
yeah.
who knows?
Well, I mean, Samuel Jackson, he's part of two of the biggest franchises
Ooh.
ever in entertainment.
They have him. This article came out in 2012, so I mean he's got probably more money now.
Yeah.
But he's number 4 on the list of 35 richest black actors, and they have him at 150 million.
How the hell is Tyler Perry number 1?
Are you kidding me?
He makes his own shows. He has his own musicals.
And
Broadway
movies.
shows,
He
movies.
produces everything, so
Man.
he gets
And
a
he
big chunk.
acts in his own movies.
gets
and
You're
stuff
on the
like
spot
that.
on that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
I'm just saying because I used to like watching that one show. It's with the House of Pain.
Oh, House of Pain. I thought you were
guess-
gonna say Meet the Browns.
Hey, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
Meet the Browns. Him too.
Because basically, like what I saw in an interview, they basically said in entertainment to make any money, you have to write your own material.
Yeah, and then you
And
produce
he
it.
writes all of it,
Right,
produces
produce,
all
so
of
he
it,
gets all that money.
even
That's true.
acts in it.
What interesting?
Horribly,
Number
but-
two, number two on the list, Bill Cosby at 350 million.
Still racking it
It was
in.
Will Smith, number one.
No,
Tyler
number one, Tyler
Perry's
Perry.
number
Number
one.
three,
Oh.
Will Smith.
Oh, but
Bill Cosby's still getting them checks from the Bill Cosby show back in the
Yeah.
day.
Syndication, brah.
Yeah, like I remember hearing a thing talking about syndication, how much Seinfeld still makes.
Oh,
Because Seinfeld always has, they're just racking in the money still because they
Yeah.
get paid so much because TBS is basically funding
white
Jerry.
people love Seinfeld. You know?
Seinfeld's funny. White side of me does love it.
hey, Dave Chappelle could have been easily number one
Dave
if he
Chappelle-
didn't turn down
He would have been number
he
one.
would've.
contract.
Now who knows where he's at?
Definitely.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Hey, big fan. Love your work.
Let's go
Oh,
number
Denzel.
five. Number five, Denzel. Number six, Martin Lawrence.
Ooh.
You know, what? I'm surprised with number 8, Morgan Freeman. I figured he would be in top 5.
He's worth 90 million.
His voice is number one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his voice.
His
alone.
voice alone probably earned him 90 million.
That's true.
Ice Cube 7,
That's true. Hey,
but that's the
he
99. The new.
starts writing his own stuff. Like they were talking about him because Jonah Hill said he's hardly ever seen him laugh at a movie, and then he heard him laughing on the plane, and he went up to watch to see what he was watching, and it was Friday. He was watching his own movie, and then I saw an interview with him today, and they brought that up, and he's like, "Yeah, I was watching Friday. That's a funny movie right there."
I'm not gonna lie. When I watched that Facebook video I made, I laugh every time I watch it. I'm still kind of laughing about that pun I said. I can't help but laugh.
Yeah, when you make your own material, you just find it really funny.
Like you should be embarrassed by it, yeah. So,
Yeah.
your boy Ice T 16th, Lawrence Fishburne 15th, Wendy Williams 30th.
Wendy
Just kidding, just
Williams.
kidding,
Oh,
just kidding.
there we go.
Oh.
She's on the wrong list. You should look up the top 35 white.
Oh, holy smokes! Hopefully this list is wrong. It says bonus Chris Tucker net worth negative 11.5 million.
Negative? How do you
Yeah,
make
we don't know. Never know.
negative?
I don't know.
Then shouldn't
Let's talk about how.
MC Hammer be on that then?
No, it's
Negative.
actors. Man, we black actors, Dave. We gotta stick together. Name that show.
What?
Obviously, Dave Chappelle. Anyways,
Yeah, Wayne Brady.
Brady. No, the crazy thing is it goes to 35, and the 35 person only has 3.5 million. But if we go to, I don't know how racist it is, look up the 35 richest white actors in the world. I don't know. Who do you think would be number one?
For white?
It'd have to be like Tom Cruise or
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Anyone
That's
with
true.
a Tom first name?
Tom Cruise though, he's made like I don't even know how many movies he's made. Top Gun is what
Probably,
started his career, jump
Just a
started his
guess,
career.
I'm gonna say 30.
30 like
30 movies. Total.
30 like spy kind of movies because
Yeah.
it seems as though he makes those.
Well, he's a great action movie star.
That's true.
Because when you watch his
Inglorious
movies,
Bastards. That's
a good movie.
really when he shines.
That's a good movie.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
He's not in Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's one
he's
of the,
the main guy that's undercover.
yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
In Inglorious
No, are you
Bastards.
sure?
Yeah, because
I thought that was Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, no, he's on the they're on the same side, but he's with the bear killer or no, the Jew killer.
I'm pretty sure
Tom
Tom
Cruise,
Cruise
look
is
it up.
not in Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, I'm thinking about Valkyrie.
I was like, I don't know about that. That's not thinking about it.
Almost the same movie.
Hey, Inglorious Bastards. I think that's one Quentin Tarantino movie Samuel Jackson isn't in. I
Alright.
would think so.
All right, so this is from basically a year ago, August 19th, 2013. So that last list where we're top 35
Yeah.
was 1.7 million for black actors. On this list, number 50 is Ben Stiller, 120 million. So maybe those numbers are off on this last one
Ooh,
because
who's that?
Jay Chan's
Hey,
130.
Jack Chan.
Who's it?
See, it ain't just about black and white, guys.
Robin Williams, rest in peace, 140 million. Denzel's 150. Samuel 150. So that's what's updated since the last time. A lot of people made some money. Bruce Willis is 150. Mark Wahlberg's 150. Jim Carrey 150. Clooney 160. Let's see. Bump it up a
This
little
is
bit.
yearly?
I don't know.
Oh,
Sylvester
go-
Stallone.
Yeah,
I'd
what's
say
number
it's
one?
It's
Or
supposed to be
who's
net
number
worth.
one?
Yeah, let's just jump to number
Sylvester,
one.
275. I know you're a Sylvester.
Yeah, I'm a huge Sylvester fan.
Sean Connery.
Except for the last two Rocky
Hold on.
movies.
The Olsen twins.
300 million.
They're making.
Full
they're
House.
pulling in. Man,
It's his net worth, I think.
they.
But they're making a lot of syndication off
Yeah,
the
and
Full
plus they
House.
have like
They're-
clothing line and
they're,
fragrances and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm all with you. They're practically geniuses
Tom
for
Hanks.
the fact that the past 10 years they've done nothing but just stand
12.
around,
Tom Hanks number 12.
still raking in that
350 million. Cosby 350. Tyler Perry's 400 mil. That was pretty close
money.
to
Oh,
that
he
last
cracked
list.
the top 10.
Yeah, number 9. Jack Nicholson, Mel Gibson, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
That's because she was in the best little horror house in Texas. Of course, you're gonna make money when you're in that.
Yeah.
Larry David, of course.
Yeah, Larry
Ooh,
David.
Jerry Steinfeld. They're both number. Larry David's 4 with 800 million and
Do you
35
think
months.
those two like are best friends, or they absolutely hate each other?
They have to be best friends.
I
They
think they
work
would
so close
have to hate each other.
You think? They work so close together.
When you're in that business for that
Oprah.
long,
Holy smokes.
I think you just
What?
hey, there you go. Number 1. That's a shocker.
Number 2 is Oprah, 2.8. That makes sense because she's on TV all the
Perfect
time.
sense. I don't know why she wasn't in the blacklist, top 35.
Oh, because it was actors. She's not an actor.
This
though.
is
She,
Richest
she is-
Hollywood people.
She was in what's it called, Roots.
She's in The Color Purple in
Oh.
Beloved.
I thought she was in.
That's I
That's
might
one of
be
the most
racist.
racist things I've ever heard.
Oh shit.
Hey, look it up.
Number 1 is Julia Louise Dreyfus, which
She-
is otherwise known as Elaine in Seinfeld or Christine in The New Adventures of Old
She's
Christine.
making $3 billion.
She's net worth is $3 billion, or she's made $3 billion in her career. That's I don't know how.
Apparently, Veep is a really
Oh,
catchy show.
maybe this helps. She's also heir to one of the largest commodities trading and merchandising firms in the world.
Oh, there you go.
So maybe that's
Hey,
why.
she probably has a rich dad.
Johnny
There you go.
Manziel of acting.
Isn't that crazy? Seinfeld like just made these like even like for Seinfeld and Larry David like that they just made huge money.
Yeah, but I mean, even when they show movies or past episodes, they still get checks.
That's
for
what I mean.
those,
Though,
you know?
like you got became like there's a show about nothing.
Well, Jerry Seinfeld was smart enough to put that clause in his contract that he still gets a paycheck every time they show his show.
Like, it's crazy. I
I
mean,
mean-
like how it got so big because it's still been. If you watch it, I mean, I like watching it. It's kind of a show you just turn on midday, just kind of sit there and
Never
watch,
watched an episode.
veg out a little bit.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I hated watching it. I'd rather watch Friends, but I've seen a couple episodes since. I'm like, oh, you know, this is actually pretty funny.
It's-
I
it's
just
'cause
never understood what it.
It's so like just down to earth. It's just random things like I could possibly happen and just good.
Who's the other guy, the funny guy?
Yeah, Michael Richards, the one that got called for racist or dropping the N-word, or George Costanza, Alex,
The other guy of the show, the funny one.
George, like the fat one,
Or you talk about like the neighbor guy who always just comes in.
Newman,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the one in
him.
Space Jam.
No, not Newman.
Yeah,
I
Kramer.
have
I'm
no
talking about
idea.
Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer.
Michael
there you
Richards.
go.
He's the one that got
You
hit.
should have just said Kramer from the bat.
Well, I
when
know.
you said Michael Richards, I thought of a different
Yeah, I
Michael
know.
Richards,
Cosmo.
obviously.
Shout out to Cosmo.
But
Cosmo. Hey, the only person make me fumble.
Kramer,
Yeah,
he probably has to hate them, right?
he probably got gypped a little bit.
Because he's not making nearly any of that money.
No, he's probably still
If
getting.
so.
He's probably still getting in trouble for dropping the N-word at that comedy club, Laugh Factory. You hear about that?
No.
Yeah, a long time ago, probably a few years ago. He
Is that what the South Park show with the N-word guy, South Park
Yeah.
thing, is that what it's about?
I think it's kind of that one where it says Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in my life. I was watching it live. I laughed the whole episode just because that one part. Because Randy does the people who annoy you has the N blank GGERS naggers.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! It's just funny how they set that up, but yeah, no, he says that he's doing a joke and a Laugh Factory. No, it's a mixed group there. It's in California, I think. Maybe I don't know where Laugh Factory is exactly, but he's in there just telling jokes and drops the N word, and he got huge flack about it because people are like, "Bro, you're white. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it was great. So yeah, I bet he wasn't even on the list. I don't think.
Do you think that's changed now? Like, the white people saying the N-word?
Yeah, I watched outside the lines
Yeah, he watched.
piece on ESPN, and they basically were interviewing high school students now, and some of the Caucasian students said that, you know, that's just a part of
Yeah.
everyday language now. Is
'Cause, like-
they use the word and they don't feel, you know, backlash from saying it. But they also interviewed older people, you know, that still was around the time of like the black movement, but they're of course on the upper end of their lives in terms of years, and so they were just like, you know, they have their different view because they're from a different generation. They're like, you know, that's still not appropriate for us. You know, it might be okay for them with their friends, but for us, you know, older generation, you know, hey, we're not having that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just Times have changed, perspectives have changed, but I still don't say it because I feel like I don't have a right to say it.
Don't give me that. Right before we're doing this podcast, you're sitting there watching NFL highlights.
Oh, what'd I say? What'd I say?
Ready? No, I'm not gonna say it. No,
Yeah,
for
you
viewers.
just made that up.
Yeah, I did make it up. I'm sorry, but you listen to him play Xbox Live.
Oh, I'm cussing a lot in Madden.
Yeah, but not dropping that word though, of course. I don't think.
I feel like
I hope not.
you're trying to put me on the spot.
I hope you.
You're trying to talk me into saying something I never said.
I'm interested in knowing. All right, let's talk about Xbox Live and online. I'm excited to be able to play side by side with you in some Destiny. Because I'm interested to see like when things get tough and you have to start cussing them. We have to be there with you to be your support.
Yeah, I am excited about Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably the first game in a long time that I'm excited to play.
I know a couple podcasts ago with these guys. I kept telling them I'm needed going to see more before I buy it, when it comes out. But then one day I was sitting there and I've been hearing so much, I was like, I just got to do it. I just got to drop and get pre-ordered Destiny. And then Xbox and now I think PS4 has it too. Has a feature where you can buy the game and then download it onto your console. And then so when the game releases officially, you can start playing it. So I could technically start playing it a week from tomorrow. Like basically midnight next week on Monday.
Yeah, it's such a great idea to do that now. Like, I remember buying The Last of Us on the PS3, going to Walmart, and then being sold out. And then I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just going to buy it on the PSN network. Then I had to wait probably 11 hours for the whole game to download before I could ever play it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if ours did it. Speaking of download though, apparently Charter is doubling our megs and stuff for our internet, and so like it's everything will be faster. I don't know if they've done it yet, but everyone's doing it by the end of the year.
Hey.
So if it so that's probably why our downloads look how fast our downloads
Yeah, they download pretty quick.
So I think if it hasn't happened yet, dang, imagine when it gets done.
Then we get Mondo to jump in.
Convince him. He is getting a check for me tonight, so I mean he could definitely use that to his advantage.
Definitely.
With the gamer score and everything, that's all fine and dandy. Andy and myself, we transferred over from PS3s, so obviously we don't have a past gamer score. Like Evans clearly has like 4 or 5 year gap on us with his Xbox that carries over.
Hey, I don't compare myself to anyone.
You can't compare. It's too late in the game.
I'm just
saying,
saying,
a personal goal.
I guarantee that there's a 11-year-old out there that probably has a higher gamer score than Evan.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
But at the same time, that brother has probably never picked up a Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo controller.
Yeah, it's hard to balance it. Because
gamer score to me is really not that important. It's more along the lines of the experience and what kind of different consoles that you have played.
You sound like a 40-year-old dad right now, trying to explain to his kids the way things used to be.
Sometimes you gotta live in the moment, man.
Sometimes, but at the same time, you gotta remember where, the moment originated from.
We're the same age.
Yeah.
It always blows past me sometimes.
And it's not because of your beard or your old age, your hurting body.
Yeah, I've known Mondo since 3rd grade, and he had a mustache in the 3rd grade.
Yeah,
so.
we got photo evidence, so we might have to put that picture up one time so everybody can see.
We get going more.
But
what about what's your defense against the game like all of us playing Destiny?
Well, with that one though, it's very hard. Like growing up, there's been very few times where I've bought games outside of what I've known. So sports games, obviously.
Yeah, like Madden.
Pokemon games. Grew up playing those all the time. I mean, of course, the Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat, those type of games, Call of Duty, just because of zombies. So it's very hard for me to step outside my comfort zone and buy a brand new game. And, what if I don't like it or, it doesn't live up to the standards of $60?
That's always the risk you gotta take.
But I mean, the good thing is, we're not the only two taking the risk here, because there's about, I wonder the pre-order sales. I wonder if I can find that. I'm going to try to find pre-order sales for Destiny, because
that is true. But I mean, like I've been starting out with the gamer score. Of course, everybody's, wondering what kind of achievements are going to be available for this game. And that's pretty much how people are going about buying games now, is how much, gamer scores they can get at the games now.
No. The way I buy games are games that I want to play. And then the gamer score isn't what's really I'm focused on. It's how much of the game I complete. Because that's what you can look and compare with other people.
That's very true. But at the same time, though, you've said it before, like, you wait for games to come out and see people playing them, you know,
Yeah.
YouTube videos before you purchase the game. So I mean, I guess you've seen enough to get the pre-order of this Destiny game.
Oh yeah, I saw the beta version of it that came out, and that was a beta. That wasn't even the complete game, and it looked amazing. It looked fun.
Almost as good as Project Stark.
Project Stark, I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
Oh, I was reading a thing on here. It said that it was from Activision, because Activision and Bungie are kind of working together, you know.
Yeah.
It said that because it said the game, you know, they put in $500 million into the game for
That's
everything.
Destiny? Okay.
They said that they're planning by the end of the year, get like $1 billion, like first year, $1 billion worth.
Well, shoot, GTA, Grand Theft Auto 5 made $1 billion in 5 days. I mean,
So imagine-
I'm not sure anything could amount to that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
true. Plus, they probably get some of the, you know, a cut from when players go on there and buy money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I also think, though, to contradict myself, that the further we go on into the future, I feel like it's more likely to happen, though, because just the available access to get it with pre-orders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there will be a game easily could get $1 billion within the first 24 hours.
you know, right now, I imagine my son, you know, growing up and playing some consoles, and he's not even going to know what a game disc is. You know, it's like, what's that? It's like basically us, and when people have their, you know, floppy disks back in the day when they had to put those suckers in their computers and stuff like that.
Yeah, those were terrible. I'm glad we don't have those anymore.
All right, so this article came out September to today, and I don't know if I think it must be over consoles, but it's talking about behind the scenes of this is the most expensive video game made.
Okay.
It's
It
saying
looked like it.
when it launches next week, 10 million players will be let loose. So that means at least 10 million have pre-ordered this.
Nice.
And so if that's $60 a pop, no, all the people have paid extra for the other bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the like the
$90,
$80,
the
$90.
91.
Yeah.
So that's 600 million from that already. And that's before it even started, before it even came out.
Oh, I have one thing, Mondo. Would the fact if I let you know Tyrion is one of the voices in the game, would that make you want to buy it anymore?
Maybe.
Because he is.
If there's a deal out there, you know, 20% off Destiny or something, you
How
know.
about 10% off? At
Is there a
GameStop.
10% off?
GameStop. Or how about I can look and maybe.
Oh, you're going to buy me
No,
it?
no.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I mean I give you a check and we.
Gosh.
But I think we should check because you can get the 10% from Walmart, and I think I might have a 10% or $10 gift card
Oh, that's true.
because I got from that ink cart, and I don't think I ever used it unless it's in my wallet for no reason. But I'm pretty sure I haven't used it yet. So if I haven't used it, that's $10 there. It's like a $45 game.
Well, we'll have to check, you know. I mean, it's, like you said, it's the, you know, most money spent on a game made. So, I mean,
What's the? Oh, it's actually it's like
it has to be part of history, maybe.
Yeah,
but
you could be a part of history.
But
Yeah.
it wouldn't be fun because I'd have to get the game the next day.
midnight launch.
No, son, there's only one, and that was Madden.
I'm telling you, it'd be fresh
Madden,
No, you want Gears of War?
Madden 11, my first midnight release.
Was
that
it
I
worth
actually
it?
bought the game.
Was it worth it?
I bought the most expensive version of it, the $100 one.
Oh yeah, huh?
I did.
The Hall of Fame version?
Yep.
Yeah.
Marshall?
What was different about it?
Your Madden Ultimate Team had some already really good players on it, but I wasn't, you know, I didn't have very much knowledge of the Madden Ultimate
At
Team.
the time, yeah.
Yeah, so I really didn't play into that factor. Plus, I didn't have Wi-Fi or I didn't have Xbox Live because I got it for Xbox when I had an Xbox before I
Yeah.
went to PS3. So
Video games could be a big waste of money sometimes.
It could be.
Like I remember giving Mondo $20 to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 just so we could play it online together. Probably play it for like 2 weeks straight and then just stopped.
but the
Dead.
2 weeks was
It was fun.
2 weeks.
It was fun, but
See,
I basically paid $10 a week to play with my friend online.
this
Hey,
is cool.
very well
That's
money
cool.
spent.
Video games, they're expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the idea of where we're gonna be playing Destiny, like just doing whatever together.
Is Destiny online
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, so to say, like teams versus teams, or what's
It's,
the online features?
Would it help if I said it was an MMO?
MMO.
It's a open world game. It's basically kind of like a World of Warcraft
Much like
game.
Oh, I see
World of
what it
Warcraft,
is.
maybe like Skyrim, but like
Online.
it's online, and you.
Oh, so you have like a level that your character is. You could go online and.
Yeah,
you go
but
in-
it's like what I heard, a mix between Call of Duty and Halo in an MMO universe.
Yeah.
Hey, just as long as it's not like Battlefield. No offense to those Battlefield fans, but hey, you know, I ain't trying to spend about 1 hour on one match. You know, I'm gonna go out there for 5 minutes to go ham. You know,
The thing I liked about Destiny has probably two of my favorite things. It's open world, and you get to create your own character. That's probably two favorite things I have in any
Yeah, it's
video
pretty
game.
fresh.
You can create your own and go on adventures.
It's crazy how much people like to customize a character. Like, you would,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you think about it and you'd be like, you know, what would make this game better?
Because it makes
It's
it
like just
your
customize. Everyone's like, I'll buy it, you know? I mean, Mountain might not be a huge deal for him. But like,
that's what I liked about Skyrim.
is you create your own guy?
Yeah, and you can choose different kind of people. I don't know
Your
what to
own
say,
like,
characters.
fighting style.
Yeah,
you
you know,
can-
you can go with the.
It's up
and
to you what you want to
go
make.
where you want to go.
Yeah.
I like Skyrim. That's the same reason. That's crazy. I think South have a certain agreement. That'll be dope when we're all playing together. I think we agree.
Maybe we should just get Skyrim for the Xbox One. You know.
Hey, if
First
it was
off-
online, you know.
Yeah, get the Skyrim MMO.
If they made a new version of Skyrim that lets you access mods, I would definitely get that.
Yeah, it's called PC.
I'll never
It's
go.
out.
I'll never play PC games.
What if I told you that's available?
Don't go Morpheus on me.
I thought that was ESPN 30 for 30.
No, I got that reference from The Matrix.
Yeah, there's plenty of them. That's what they got from us Matrix. Like,
Yeah.
how can we make ESPN 30 for 30s better? Include Morpheus.
Add more Ricky Williams.
They should have Ricky Williams every week.
That's
All
very
day,
true.
every day.
Shout out to Ricky Williams.
Shout out. Go back to Dreads. Come back to NFL. We need you.
Live your life, brother.
Don't let the corporate man hold you down.
And he basically did that.
Ask
You know?
Josh Gordon.
I guess that's our transition to the NFL.
I guess it's happening like that.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, we have a lot of things to talk about. I know we have games. This is the first weekend of NFL.
That's true.
We have games coming up in a few
Let's
days.
talk about Evan's favorite team
Yes.
and what they did over this weekend.
What did they do?
We picked up Case Keenum,
Like,
star
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's a pretty good pickup.
I
No
love
lie.
play bands. He's out in college. I like to watch him.
that's
did.
true,
It's at
but
Houston.
that doesn't say a lot about him because obviously the Texans traded for Ryan Mallett to make that move to let him, be available.
Well,
So
Ryan Mallett's a busta. Patriots basically gave him away because they knew Garoppolo was gonna.
Hey, Patriots got a 6th-round pick, and they use those.
Yeah, I know they're good. It's Chad Masters.
Chad Masters.
If you don't know Chad Masters' is his name, I don't know if it is this year, but in past Maddens where they gave Bill Belichick because he's not part of that system.
yeah,
he's
he's not
gonna
in
be-
the game. It's
him and-
Chad Masters.
Him and what's his face from New Orleans,
Oh,
Sean-
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Both of them aren't in like the union or whatever,
Yeah.
so they have their name on the game, and so they always call him Chad Masters. So that's how we refer to him a lot
Yeah,
of times.
this year it's some hipster guy as their coach.
Chad Masters, like this guy fresh out of college,
Yeah, skinny
getting his,
jeans.
getting his
Skinny
Master's
jeans,
program.
hipster glasses.
probably drinking coffee on the sidelines.
Yeah, not coffee, Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Be
Sorry.
more specific.
I don't know they have Starbucks in New England, probably yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
Boston, of course,
Starbucks is
too.
everywhere.
Probably in the stadium on the way in.
So let's talk about some major cuts that happened.
Yeah, it's Champ Bailey and
Ooh, that's true. To be honest, Champ Bailey was the best corner for about 7 years.
Yeah, we'll give him credit. Or
But
credit's due.
09 is basically, when Reva started coming around and Champ started getting older, so then that argument came out, and then obviously 2011 he started missing games due to injuries.
then there was last year.
Yeah, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, and he's
the
probably.
first ballot.
I would say he was probably part of the greatest trade ever.
That's like one of those NFL trades that don't ever happen.
That's very true. It was like one of
Two
the last
great players. get
major blockbuster trade.
That doesn't
traded.
happen.
It was
Two
Trade-
Pro Bowlers, because you look at the stats. Clinton Portis, even with his rookie year, was averaging at least 1,500 a year for the Broncos
Yeah.
before they
He's
traded
not
him.
decent year.
And
He's still
15
decent in
touchdowns.
Washington, but Champ Bailey came from Washington, Denver, and had this like probably way better career after the trade than Clinton because he used to land it a long time.
yeah, it made the Broncos look really smart there.
That was crazy. You don't see those trades. I mean, our trades nowadays are
Yeah, you don't see that.
friggin' Ryan Mallett for a 6th-round pick. That's our trades nowadays.
Yeah,
So that's crazy to see that. I was like, when I was younger and I saw that, I was like, oh shoot, this is a legit trade. This has happened for life Madden.
All I know is like, man, this guy's named Champ, so he better be good. Because
Yeah.
hey, Clinton Portis was from the U, so just want to throw a shout out to the U.
Imagine now.
For those you don't know, the U is Miami University.
Hurricanes
Yes.
Okay.
all day.
Wait till. So imagine this though, was because Sean Taylor wasn't there yet when Champ traded. So imagine those two be on the same team.
That would have been.
Well, I'm glad that never happened.
Why? For your Cowboys' sake?
Cowboys fan.
Well, it's not like they did anything with Champ Bailey gone. They still couldn't get anything done in their division.
Yeah, but Champ and Sean.
Who's gonna throw him the ball? Freaking.
That'd be ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how to. Best way to explain that would be is Champ basically.
Sherman and Champ Chancellor. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No.
That's
No.
it's
that was
Sherman and Cam Chancellor.
Basically, what they would have been able to do was go with the Bear defense. Just have Sean at the top and Champ on that side. So basically, you could go like a right triangle of the field is basically cut off. But because you have obviously the other corner on the other side of the field, so you can't go a full triangle.
Basically, the Legion of Boom.
Before.
Actually, theirs is like a right triangle, but starting from the safety position, it goes Cam, Earl, and then Sherman. So then it's like.
See me, you
See
leave,
what I'm saying?
see, leave
Yeah.
Maxwell out of this.
Yeah,
Okay,
Maxwell's
so
obviously
Maxwell.
out of this.
He
I mean, he's good, but I mean,
Not like their level.
yeah, obviously that's where people are going to attack a lot of this year if they're smart.
All right, so we'll just attack the elephant in the room because you guys have been talking about all day. Michael Sams isn't on the NFL roster right now. The Rams cut him. Didn't have him on their training squad, and so he is, I guess, going to Canada or wherever. Some team needs to pick him up because I feel like he can make some plays. And there's a lot of teams in the league that have a rough.
He had a good
defensive line.
preseason. Pretty good.
What was the other undrafted rookie's name? The guy that they kept instead of Michael Sam?
Shin or Westbrook or.
Anyways, this other guy, I think it was Westbrook or
Westbrook.
Brooks or something like that. Something Brooks.
The reason I don't know as much is because you only read a little bit. You see his name because he's not fantasized. He's not overhyped like Michael Sams was.
no one
'Cause
really cares about him.
Michael
that
Sams
much.
was overhyped because not just because of football player, but his extra reasons. And so that was highlighted from the start when he got drafted.
I wouldn't say he was overhyped. I just say he got extra media attention.
The extra media hype, I should say, not necessarily
Because he was
playability.
co-defensive player of the year for the SEC, so it's not like
Yeah,
he was some scrub coming in.
was
He
a good
obviously
player.
played in a tough conference and was very successful.
All right,
And so
Ethan Westbrooks.
there you go, Westbrooks. Because he has more upside potential, even though they virtually almost had the same.
All right, that brother is a gangster right there.
You know he's gonna make plays in that
Face
trench.
tat and a neck tat. No wonder why they kept him.
I might get jersey just for that one reason.
That was who?
Ethan Westbrooks.
Man.
But yeah, to be fair though, it wasn't like he did nothing in the preseason that Michael Sams tore it up. They had basically same statistic numbers. He had like a couple more tackles than Sams had, a couple more QB rushes.
I'm unbiased with it because to me, I feel like Michael Sams had a really good preseason, but I don't know if that's just the media showed every single thing he did.
That's good. Did you didn't see any? I didn't watch any. I watched highlights.
I-
I never see him.
I
didn't
never
even
saw him.
So when I saw because I watched game or two, but I saw all the highlights, and I saw every time you saw Michael Sams plays, and then they showed the graphic on the screen of numbers side by side, so you would kind of because it basically between them two for that spot on the team when they're getting closer to that
Yeah.
last cut. And so I was looking, and their numbers were like legitimately identical, almost. Westbrook's had a couple more tackles, and Sam's had a couple more QB hurries. The sacks were the same, both had 3.
Okay.
But you didn't hear about him at all. I didn't remember seeing like any highlights from him. And so it's crazy that, they didn't hear about it. But I like his story. He's undrafted. They picked him up, after the draft, and he showed he can do some playing time. So
Oh, so he's undrafted. There's many great players were undrafted.
I'm just saying though.
Yeah, we've heard that story many times.
Okay, Tony.
It's
slow down.
not as good.
Yeah.
We had Tony
Okay.
Romo. We had Rod Smith.
I know it's I mean though,
One
but
of
it's,
the-
I like those stories that players come in, have a chip on their shoulder because they weren't drafted, and they come in and do work. So I'm hoping this guy performs.
Danny
online.
Woodhead. Shout out to Danny.
Danny Woodhead should have got drafted on Facebook friends. Shout out Danny. Hit you up later.
Is it bad though for the NFL that if no one signs Michael Sam?
I feel like it reflects bad on the other owners
Because NFL already looks bad as it is.
because I feel like the fact some team can use Michael Sams.
I'm talking about the
Michael Sam.
domestic violence.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's not
saga.
doing real good.
It's hard because, of course, we got the Ray Rice domestic violence situation. We got the owner and, oh, shoot, man, what's his name?
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay
yeah.
for the Colts and his situation. We got the marijuana situation in the NFL. And then you got to look at the fact that Michael Sam, his jersey sales was very high because of, the...
Yeah, but I'm glad the Rams didn't fall under pressure because he's a fan favorite. They put him on the team.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say fan favorite. It's just, a lot of the gay community
Yeah, he has a whole community
supported him.
backing him up.
Yeah, so obviously his jersey sales was very high.
So does that Collins brother from the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's like right now the NFL is basically... Oh, and the Washington team.
Oh yeah, Washington.
Yeah, the Washington
Deal
team,
that.
they're doing their own situation too. So like right now it's a bunch of
Small
the
situations.
NFL's basically like at the darkest time, I'd say.
Yeah, because I remember all these situations when I was younger. Like, maybe they were going on, but...
Yeah, the
Yeah,
biggest situations back in the day was like Terrell Owens. Like, where's he going to play next year? And
No,
who's signed in Terrell?
I feel like these things, like maybe not to this extent, but there were probably things like this happening, but we didn't like do the research on them. You know, like things have changed in terms of like media and everything else gone up. So like you hear more on TV, like ESPN has just changed drastically. I mean, ESPN has turned more of a TMZ-esque place than it was back in the day when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, the first big marijuana suspension that we heard back in the day was, of course, Ricky Williams. But nowadays, it's a lot more NFL stars or very good college players getting suspended. There's actually a questionnaire, so to say, for active NFL players that agreed with Barack Obama that he doesn't think that marijuana should be treated the same as alcohol. But of course, that's getting negative attention too because it makes Barack Obama look like he supports marijuana, but he's just
Everyone knows he does. Passing his laws, having pictures of him back in college, just calling him, what they call, I can't remember what they called him, Barack Oganja or whatever they called him in college.
Ooh.
Look, we've been going through that for a long time with Bush and Clinton, so nothing's changed, really.
That is very true. I mean,
Open your eyes, brah.
let's talk about the pros and cons. We'll start with marijuana. A con is can go both ways.
This is him in, sorry, we were looking at a picture of Ethan Westbrook's back in the day in a uniform.
Oh, man.
He's rocking like a afro, but it's kind of flat on the top.
That smile kind of misleads me to think that's Michael Sam.
It almost kind of looks like Nelly. You know, got the Nelly vibe a little bit if you had the Band-Aid instead of the tattoo right there.
Well, I don't know what you're thinking about.
You don't see that little
That
thing?
smile,
Look at
though. He still has the
Yeah,
face tat.
I know the comment on the bottom.
That's him in
talking about
college?
him making the roster,
That's-
compared to Michael Sam.
That's him in college?
Yeah,
Still rocking a face tat. Nice.
still rocking. It's like you mean like he didn't get it between draft? Yeah, imagine if he gets drafted, and then shows up to training camp with a face tattoo with that money he got from. I don't know how it worked.
But back to what we were discussing. You know, Evan likes to sidetrack away from this topic a lot.
Yeah.
And so basically, with marijuana, of course, it doesn't do anything to enhance your physical attributes whatsoever. So, of course, it's not like a PED or cocaine or something that, you know, gives a player more adrenaline and, you know, effects such as that.
Like meth.
Yeah.
Japanese
Meth.
military used to give their
Or PEDs.
soldiers.
And so, at the same time, it's like, you know, you also don't see players out there that's bragging about it, you know, like after a big play or they interview, like, yeah, you know, I was a little turned up, I was a little blazed out there, I was making these plays, I don't even remember what play I made because I was just too high, you know, or so, you know, having tattoos of marijuana leaves, you don't see none of that because these players, they're smoking it at their houses on the way to their jets to go play a game. And another thing about it is it kind of subdues pain. So it's I think it's better for players to smoke marijuana than it would for them to be addicted to painkillers because in the long run, they're going to see more side effects from taking these painkillers, so to say, and these shots, whatever else they do to subdue the pain rather than smoking marijuana.
I mean, that's what all the concussion talk was about. I mean, it wasn't all about getting hit hard. It was about getting hit hard in the head while on certain drugs that could kill brain cells or more.
Very true. But of course, some people are going to be like, well, doesn't smoking marijuana kill brain cells?
What were we talking about, Michael Sam?
Yeah, Mondo likes to bring up this marijuana case any chance he gets.
I'm
It has
just
nothing to do
saying,
with Michael
because-
Sam.
No, we're talking about...
You totally got me right along.
Yeah, and he's like, wait a minute.
No, because we're talking about like the dark issues in the NFL right now. Of course, marijuana is a dark issue, so that's what I transitioned into there. And then, of course, the Barack Obama is saying that marijuana is not as bad as
Barack Ganja.
alcohol. Now, alcohol is a whole different story because obviously people die from alcohol. Drunk driving kills innocent people as well. Side effects, people become alcoholics. I mean, it's just a way horrible drug than marijuana.
All right. About Michael Sam, I just want to say it's not. I don't think it's not homophobic or whatsoever. If he doesn't get signed, I think there just needs to be eventually a better player that's gay, and he will get signed. You know.
I don't know because watching Michael Sam he shows the potential to be a good player. A decent player. Not a Pro Bowler, but a decent player. Player that can obviously play in the league. So, I mean, it's not like, he underperformed. Like he did get a lot of media coverage, but at the same time, he was out there making plays.
Yeah, there's plenty of players that went out there trying to make team and just were busts. So he did make some noise as a player himself.
Yeah, there's been for Jamarcus Russell. I don't know if you could tell from that early on in his career that he was not going to be as good as people proclaimed him to be.
There's all that arm strength, That's all
That's
they
very
talked
true.
about.
Hey, he could throw 60 yards on his knees.
I thought it was 70.
It is far.
It was
crazy arm
hard.
strength.
It was very far. I mean, shoot. Think about it. But
So I think hopefully someone will give Michael Sam a call because I think someone could actually use his talents in some kind of package. There's some teams that can't get a rush on, so
Yeah.
maybe Cowboys.
and if not, then of course,
We need defensive help. Our defense pretty bad.
All right, two closing things on we're talking about Ethan Westbrook. I was reading on here. One is that he had offers after he went undrafted to go to the Cowboys and Rams. Both teams offered him, and he chose the Rams.
Well,
So Michael Sanders would have been on the
Ethan-
roster, and he would have been on the.
is a buster.
All right. Secondly, I read that he has the face and neck tattoos. He got that while he was in college because he was working at Toys R Us. Believe it or not, and he said
Nice.
he got the face tattoo and neck tattoo as motivation, to get to the NFL, where he's either that busted trying to find a job with a face and neck tattoo, or he's playing in the NFL, and so he's his motivation.
It worked for him.
he could have just told himself that he didn't have to get the tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
It's
He coulda-
motivation.
Sometimes just telling yourself
Sometimes you need
doesn't
more.
work.
Yeah, it's like I need to go up and mow the lawn.
Yeah,
Now it's
I
like,
gotta go
Too
outside.
too soon, way too soon, sir.
All right.
We'll edit that out.
You're right. Right. I'm gonna end this. So I'm gonna end this podcast by doing predictions. We're doing NFL this week.
Whoa. We haven't even touched on one subject.
What's others?
J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Oh,
Shout out to Jennifer Lawrence.
So
Hey, Jennifer
we'll do
Lawrence.
picks.
I'm all about what you're doing.
All right, we'll
do you.
We'll do picks.
When you're
Then
winning,
we'll talk about picks.
you're winning.
Okay, so we'll do picks.
I
Then
like
we'll talk
that.
about that last.
All right.
We'll
The last thing.
We'll make our picks, then we'll talk about the picks.
Yeah.
All right.
The picks.
Well, let's start about with college because we got to follow up on our
So-
predictions
so you
that
wanna
we
talk-
made last week.
So do you want? Let's go.
Let's look at the games. I did pick Texas A&M. Of course, that is evidence on here from the last podcast.
I think I don't remember.
No, you didn't pick it.
I don't
Texas.
remember who I picked.
No, you didn't pick Texas.
I picked LSU to win, even though I went Wisconsin to win.
Did LSU
Florida
win?
State won. Yeah,
Yeah.
LSU or Wisconsin blew it.
Well,
or not
I got-
blew it. They choked. I'd say choke on that one.
I got
And
one
then-
right.
Wisconsin just couldn't get anything going. Miami's losing right now. It's good. Let's see. I need week. That was week 2. So technically week 3 of college football. Let's go ESPN. So we'll do a couple big games. I don't know what kind of big games are this week.
I have not been paying any attention to college, so
That's what
Hey,
makes
I
it
just got some news for you. Oklahoma might be back.
I like the sound of that.
They might be back.
Did they play?
They played and they won, but I'm saying they might be back. They're playing at a high level that they're traditionally used to playing rather than the past couple of years.
Yeah, we had that phase of when we had AP, Unstoppable, and Sam Bradford
When he's healthy.
when he was healthy. Both of them when they're healthy
And then
were
that
unstoppable.
was
All right.
the
Here we go. We got some good game right away, right in top. Next week, Michigan State, Oregon.
Ooh, I like Michigan State with the defense the past couple of years. They've been able to fill in players and replace players, but Oregon is
That's
a
speed
whole
and
different
offense.
beast. I'm going with Oregon.
Oregon.
I'm sure Oregon it's a home, so I'm sure Oregon's gonna have some crazy jerseys. It's a Fox game, 6:30. I'll be definitely watching it in this house. We'll probably be watching it. Andy will probably be working, so he won't be. But
Who knows?
who knows what happens? It's a long way away.
Think
So-
about it when it comes.
So I'm picking. I'm gonna go the underdog, Michigan State. I feel like the defense might bring something. I'm not gonna go against.
They did lose some very
They
key
did.
players.
They did.
But
And
I mean,
Oregon-
they do a good job
Oregon
of
brought
replacing
back
them.
some key weapons, so we'll see. That'd be interesting. Andy, what do you got? You got
I think it'll be close at the beginning
Oregon-
of the third, and then that's when Oregon's going to pull
Oregon's
away.
speed will pull away.
Yeah, I got Oregon, but I want to talk about Ohio State for a second. People were, especially in Nebraska, talking Ohio State, they have no chance this year because they lost Braxton Miller. I just want to remind them that they still have their best player, technically, and that's Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer
good
is
coach.
not going to let that team
We'll see.
slide.
He had some teams in Florida outside Tebow.
Urban Meyer
So,
might be the reason why Tebow was
Yeah.
projected to be a great NFL quarterback.
Tebow's will.
But then he might have
Urban
been back
Meyer
there.
also went
He's probably
undefeated last year.
Last 2 years, still he lost 2 straight at the end of the season.
It happens, but
Yeah, it's all right.
it's the
So-
Bob Stoops.
Yeah, we'll
first
see what they
game.
do. They didn't look great, but it's kind of tough to play teams like Navy and Army because they run those weird offenses. So you
Yeah.
never really game plan for that. Virginia Tech this week will be an interesting one. Let's see if there's any. Oh yeah, there we go. Another Pac-10. This is
Pac-12.
Pac-12, excuse me, yeah. Pac-12 matchup. This one is actually a conference game. We got USC, number 15. All right, so on the previous one, Michigan State was 8, Oregon was 3. So you guys know.
All right.
You pick, who'd you pick?
Oregon.
Oregon. I picked Michigan State. So we'll go down to USC and Stanford. USC is probably the underdog. They're on the road, and number 15, and Stanford's 11. You guys got?
Back in the day, I used to hate USC because they were so good.
Back in like mid 2000s?
Yeah.
With Reggie and
Bush.
Matt.
But now I kind of miss them being good, and I want them to be good again for whatever reason. I don't know
I feel
why.
you.
So I'm going with USC.
USC on the road.
This is the thing about Ivy League schools,
Ivy
or
League.
universities, so to say.
You know Ivy
Stanford is very good school. Yeah, it is.
Stanford's Ivy League?
I don't know about that. It's just high quality.
Shouldn't they be in the Ivy League then?
Yeah, with
No.
when the football program is.
Hey, wait, Princeton, they got a football program. You know,
I
don't throw
don't
them
think they're
under the
Division
bus.
One.
I don't know.
They
Anyways.
can't because they want to uphold tradition. So I learned about it in football theory. Shout out to
That means-
Coach.
That means they just can't, look past the academic problems that the athletes have. They actually have to give them tests. So they have to go by standards of Division 1 AA or whatever. FCS.
But Stanford, obviously, Gerhardt, Andrew Luck, good players that they've lost, but at the same time, they've still been competing at a high level. And USC right now is going through some more turmoil in terms of that running back, quitting the team, calling the coach a racism, treating him like a slave in the locker room.
Busta. Only player said that. Everyone else
Yeah.
jumps on the back of the coach. Everyone else is like, nah, coach ain't racist. Shoot.
Yeah. Who knows what he was talking
I
about?
don't know. He's just mad because he's not
Either
getting
that or
playing
they're like,
time.
hey, we can't let this story break out.
No, I think it's just the
We
guy.
gotta- we gotta shut down the fire.
Playing time.
Just last year, when they kicked out the other coach, what was his name? He played for Tennessee. Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, he's coach there
when
now.
they kicked him out, and then they had their coach now that they're calling a racist now. Just last year, they were talking about how he's a player's coach.
No, it's the
and the
same
players like him.
This guy
Yeah,
just-
it's the same guy.
This guy just left out in the offseason.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, they're talking about the replacement
Because
coach last year.
he took
He didn't play any coaches. No, this guy came in the offseason. They replaced like the interim coach. So they thought the interim coach would be able to stay coach, but they hired this guy from Washington.
Oh well, I
Crush
have no
strategy.
idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna check on.
All right,
I'm
we'll
gonna
fact check
check
that
those
sometime.
facts
All right, good,
later.
Good. All right, I feel you though.
Stanford, USC, they also got a player that lied, said that he was saving his cousin, that he hurt his ankle, so
Next thing you know, he's just jumping off buildings by Robin. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what happened there, but I'm going with Stanford.
It's a tough choice because USC looked pretty decent. That first game I saw some scores. Didn't watch the game because it was on super late. And I was playing video games that time, I think. But Stanford's always that tough team. Bully. Got David Shaw, the guy beneath Harbaugh when he was at.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So he's
coach.
got that mentality of hardball. So I think I'm gonna go Stanford at home. Got that hard nosed defense and everything else. Is there any others we want to space on? Nebraska and McNeese State. Just kidding.
Nebraska.
There's not really any other ranked games going on. I think we'll be good with a couple of those picks.
All right.
Let's go.
Now let's talk about our teams.
What NFL? Yeah.
No, college teams as well.
I'll do it in our time.
Alabama and Oklahoma.
Alabama, Oklahoma, Nebraska.
And Nebraska.
All three will go wins.
Yeah, they'll all get
This
wins.
is bust a week still, where people are
Let's
playing.
talk
scrubs.
about. I was actually impressed with Nebraska's performance. I
Yeah.
didn't imagine them to come out
Had
the
a
way
great
they
catch.
did.
Yeah, this is fine. See, I was gonna tell you about that when you came home from work. Telling you they had number one play on ESPN.
Yeah, that's
That
pretty cool.
Wester Camp.
But I mean that combo option attack of Armstrong and Abdullah. That
Dang, Abdul's still playing.
Yeah, fourth year. Apparently,
Sure, it's not his sixth.
yeah, sure. Apparently,
he redshirted about a couple of times, but oh well,
apparently,
college.
This is the most in the Big Ten history of like yards in a game. It's like 700 some, 12 yards.
Damn.
They didn't work, and they even slowed down because they took out starters a long time. So this week will all be wins. It's easy, scrub, non-opponents. Let's talk about something very big. Let's talk about NFL games. I'm gonna run through games quick. You give me a quick prediction without knowledge, and Phil, you need to elaborate.
are
Like
we
a-
each gonna pick one, or are you
like a
gonna set
fire
it
round.
differently? Like
Fire round.
like you give Andy like one game, and then he picks, and then you give me a different game, and then he pick. Are we all
Oh.
picking on the
What's
same
Fire
game?
round.
Let's decide how we do this because this will be kind of a
You
fire.
basically have.
I think we pick a couple games we all predict, and then a couple games where we make an individual predict the game.
All right, whatever that means. Sure, I'll follow your lead.
All right, so we'll do. All right, so as a group, we'll do Thursday night, Sunday night, and we'll do
Monday.
Monday. We'll do both Monday games. There's 4 games this week. We'll do.
All right.
All right,
we'll go.
so Thursday we got Packers Seahawks, defending champs, opening up Thursday night against the Packers. I believe it is a home game. Yep, in Washington. So in the 12th man, in that rowdy bunch, got the sheriff Aaron Rodgers coming in, the bad man. Bad man.
He's bad, man.
So what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Oof.
They look pretty good this preseason. It's preseason, but that's what I'm going with.
You know, Andy, I want to slap you because that's who I was going to pick, the Packers. And let me state why. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he missed a couple games last year, but when he came back, he, of course, had to shake off some rust in the game.
Yeah.
But the next game, he was back to the level he was playing at before he missed games. So that says a lot about him, in his position and the way he runs the offense.
So you're saying
Seahawks, they got to watch out for that Madden curse. Richard Sherman was smart because for the cover, he's like, hey, I want to be on this sucker by myself.
He's like,
I want the whole Legion of Boom on here.
I want the whole Legion of Boom to get cursed.
So, I mean, I admire Cam Chancellor. I like the way he plays the safety position. Shout out to Earl Thomas as well.
So you're saying
I'm going with the Packers.
You're saying that Aaron Rodgers overcomes the Legion of Boom in the last year's number one defense.
When they do play, it's it's not like a very blowout game, so to say. I mean, he does compete with them.
All right.
As a quarterback, so
I'm gonna
Jordy
go
Nelson, those boys, so they're coming to play.
I just don't think Seahawks offense is going to be explosive at all.
It's gonna be hard. It's hard to choose because at one point you're like, well, the Seahawks gonna have that Super Bowl hangover that week one? But at the same time, it is a home game. It isn't like a couple years ago when the Broncos or the Ravens had to open on the road against the Broncos.
Packers D looks pretty good too.
That's true, but on the side note, though, Seahawks, Percy Harvin is looking healthy. So, I mean, that is a game changer right there. They did lose Golden Tate to free agency, but they do got a Curse. He's not a well-known guy, but, I had him on my fantasy team, and he's actually a pretty good player.
Eagle? Just kidding.
Well, let's point something out with
the end.
Percy Harvin. How often do you see 5'10" wide receiver take over game?
But, I mean, he's enough of that deep threat that spreads defense out a little bit.
On defenses, they're going to shut him down. I mean, maybe Deshaun Jackson, he's taken over games a few times.
Yeah, the thing about those, like, Golden Tate is a huge loss. People aren't looking at it like it should be looked at, but it's a huge loss because now teams can really focus on stopping the run and, of course, Percy Harvin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go Seahawks for one reason that they might get because defense is gonna be there. The problem is depending on how they call the game, officials wise, could be a really rough game because they might be calling a lot on them, or it could be good. I'm saying that because they're home and because of the fans they have, it's gonna be hard for them to be like just come out flat because they're tough at home and the crowd's gonna be behind them. The first game after Super Bowl, so I'm going Seahawks. All right, let's go Colts Broncos. This is the Sunday night game. Last year, if you remember, the Colts won. That's where Peyton Manning got hurt a little bit. And after that, Robert Mathis sack.
I'll describe it. Yeah, basically what happened was Ryan Clady was hurt at this point, so he didn't play in the game. They had what's his name? Hold on, it's going to come to me.
Vasquez.
Not Vasquez, he's guard. Ryan Clark.
Clark, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the tackle trying to block Robert Mathis.
I think. First game starting.
Yeah, so Robert Mathis single-handedly ruined that game. Unfortunately, what I think the outcome will be is that it is at home. We do have a lot of healthy guys going in. Von Miller's still coming back from his injury from last year. I'm thinking Chris Harris might get the start, or he might get a little playing time. We got a couple new additions on defense. TJ Ward, Aqib Talib. But right now, my biggest concern is Wes Walker's concussion issues. That is a guy that Manny knows how to get the ball to, and he also knows how to get open and get separated. So I think on third downs, we're going to miss him a lot. So, I mean, it's going to be a very, very close game, I think. But I think since we're at home, we're going to come away with a close win. I don't think it's going to be like a 2-touchdown game. Like, I think it might be 1 touchdown or last possession type of game. And Andrew Luck, he's a good quarterback. T.Y. Hilton, Colby Fleener, Dwayne Allen.
They can come back. They're the comeback kids.
They got Reggie Wayne.
Making that comeback?
Yeah, he's making his comeback. Of course, they got the running back issue, though. Trent Richardson,
Nick Ballard.
Yeah. Trent Richardson's not living up to expectations. But
Don Brown's on the team?
John Brown?
Donald Brown. I don't think so.
He's on. I can't remember.
I think he's on Chargers or something.
Maybe. You never get used to it. So you have, obviously, Broncos.
Yeah, of course.
Who won last year?
The Colts did.
Well, I'll go with the Broncos this year.
I think I'm going to go Broncos. I don't think Colts... Maybe Colts are one of those teams that kind of get going as the year goes. So I think week 1 in Mile High, or in Nabesco Field, I guess. Whatever it's called nowadays.
Who knows?
Tabasco Field.
Sports Authority Field.
So I'm picking Broncos at home. All right.
Nice name drop in Invesco Field, though.
Yeah.
but it is Sports
All right,
Authority
so
field.
no one cares about the Cardinals, Chargers. I'm picking Cardinals anyways. Cardinals.
Hey, Cardinals.
All right, 3 Cardinals.
That was my sleeper team last year.
Screw the Chargers.
Me too.
No one cares about.
Only reason why I picked Cardinals is because I like them more than Chargers.
Yeah, I don't like the Chargers at all.
It's
Can't stand Philip Rivers. Any of us.
Stupid
All of us
reason
hate
why.
Philip Rivers.
But
Right, the big game we'll pick. So we'll do this one, then we'll pick
oh, this is a
our
good
teams.
one.
This is a good one, though. Giants, Lions.
Lions, obviously.
Obviously, Lions. Giants have looked terrible on offense.
For the past
Eli Manning.
year and a half now.
Basically, ever since they won the Super Bowl, they've been looking trash in the offense. Their defense should be pretty decent, I think, but the offense.
We're talking about Megatron now.
Yeah, we're talking about shut it down. So I don't know. I'm picking Lions.
I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with the Giants. Let me tell you why.
All right, tell me why. Tell me.
They added Golden Tate. So that's something Megatron's never had before, is a legitimate number 2 receiver on the team. They also got they also got Reggie Bush.
Roy Williams.
Reggie Bush. So what I'm thinking is that this first game, they're going to try to figure out how they're going to be able to move the ball around and not, obviously give one player most of the attention. Obviously, it's going to be Megatron. He's still going to get double teamed, but at the same time, he's still going to put up his numbers. But I think they're going to focus too much on trying to spread the ball evenly around. I don't think they quite know, their offense yet. And at the same time, Stafford, he's a good quarterback, but at the same time, he does make some bad throws. So
That's because he has one receiver, so maybe when
But he gets over
where is the
45.
game at? That should have been a question.
Michigan, Ford Field, home game for Lions.
Yeah, I'm still going with Giants.
All right, there you go.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out Monday. All right, so we'll do two bonus picks since our teams are on it. Let's go Cowboys Niners.
This
Quick
would
pick,
be,
quick pick. Andy, you give a reason. We'll give quick picks.
Oh, yeah, Cowboys.
Cowboys? Nothing else.
Nothing else.
I think it could be good because the Niners have a lot of missing players from defense.
That's very true.
From injury or
Alden Smith.
suspensions.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
it'll
missing.
be even. Cowboys don't have a defense.
So even. So it's
Alden Smith.
It's no there.
You got Navarro Bowman out for injury. They still got Patrick Willis and what's that other Smith? I always forget his name.
Justin.
John Smith.
Justin Smith.
No.
Very underrated Niner.
John Smith.
Yeah, no. Just kidding. And then they have new addition, safety.
That's very true.
Alright, so I think I love seeing the Niners lose. Even though I'm a fan of Kaepernick, I'll pick Cowboys. I hate saying that too. I hate saying it, but I'll pick Cowboys. I say
That's true. Now with the Niners though, is they also added Stevie Johnson. They also got Brandon Lloyd and of course Michael Crabtree, Vernon
and
Davis,
Bust
Frank.
fast wide receiver.
Yeah, Frank Gore. But Frank Gore is the reason why this
they
team
don't
is
have
good.
Bolden anymore.
Yeah, they still got Bolton.
Yeah, well, just then they talk about him.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't. Because he's obviously
He
going
had
to do what he does.
He had that huge first game, and then last year, and then disappeared for a while. Like the Packers
He showed up for playoffs.
hey, I
Like
mean,
he does.
Yeah.
that's what you need to do. Take the season off. So I got who you going for? Who you picking?
During the preseason, the Niners hadn't looked like they were on, hitting on all cylinders.
Preseason now.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, though, is they hadn't really been running the ball like they're traditionally used to.
And,
They're trying to focus more on the passing game.
Cowboys went 0-4.
Yeah, I should well.
You know what? It could go 50-50. Actually, I'm going with the Niners. Today, I stocked for Pepsi. There is a guy wearing a Cowboys hat in line. And obviously, I had a big freight with a bunch of beverages that I needed to get in there. And the guy, obviously, he turns and looks and sees me with my freight, knowing that I need to stock the cooler because I had stocked the cooler not even 5 feet away from there. And all he does is looks at me and then looks back, does not move. So I'm going with the Niners.
Valid reason.
Totally reasonable.
Valid reason. All right, last one. Rams Vikings.
Vikings.
I think the Rams got a legitimate defensive line to be able to contain Adrian Peterson.
AP's gonna get his. But
He's
what
gonna
about the
get
rest of
his.
the Vikings?
I think this defensive line is kind of overhyped.
Oh, here we go. We'll see.
We'll
By the end of the
see.
year.
We'll see.
Sack City.
But that's it, though. I think if they're able to contain him to at least 100 or 150 yards and not no
Last time he went
typical AP,
off. Last time against the Rams, he went off like
Cordero
200.
Patterson, he's a playmaker.
Yeah, but we
That's
also
very
got
true.
Janoris Jenkins busting him in the mouth.
We'll see about that.
All right, so you got
They're
Vikings.
still, I'm going with the Rams because the Vikings still got quarterback issues. The Rams also got quarterback issues.
Really?
But we have Sean Hill, though. Sean Hill, I think, he at least knows offense.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Maybe. Zach Stacy, though, might be able to. Vikings defense isn't that great. So maybe Rams. I'm going Rams. I'll be real. Sometimes I won't pick them. But this week, I think we can win. Offense will be a struggle sometimes
I'll
because
probably
quarterback.
always pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's why they're going undefeated this year.
That's right.
All right. So those are our picks for the week. Remember them. We'll go ahead and do this every week. Pick some good games.
Then we got some individual games we gotta go out there.
We'll be fine. We did enough.
Oh, come on, man. That's
already
fun.
Almost half of it.
No one even cares. No one even cares about the other teams.
It's easy to remember all the night games and then our favorite team games.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about. No one cares.
Alrighty.
All right. So one last thing that I forgot to mention. Actually, I want to ask you guys a question because I feel like it kind of stems from it.
All right.
And we talked about earlier with like using the internet and everything else. Do you guys trust using things online, like storage, like an iCloud or because I've never like asked you guys this before, and I'm kind of curious on what you guys think about like saving all your files online and stuff.
I trust it as long as I don't have anything I'm
Not supposed to
Sorry.
have.
to show.
Like you're alright with just like sending your like files and stuff online or.
I had like a bunch of dick pics on my computer. No.
That'd be a little weird because, I mean, you're a guy, so you have a bunch of dick pics.
It'd be dick pics of my own dick, obviously.
Yeah, clarify that.
Well, let's get it straight.
Jennifer, you gotta be more specific to the viewers.
Jennifer Lawrence pictures were of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but not to be mean or anything, Andy, but you're not no A-list celebrity, so...
Well, hopefully no one will hack my computer then. I was just saying.
But if you would like some, go ahead and email Andy.
Yeah.
Andy Shaw at jollyfriends.com.
.net.
.net. And so, all right, what about you? Because this is easier for you, I guess, because you're in school.
Well, yeah, one thing...
And stuff. He's just kind of working, so it's
I'm
a little
still
different.
getting on the ropes of learning is the Google Drive.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think Google Drive is very helpful, so to say, so you don't lose your files.
Yeah,
it's
that's
able to
definitely-
save on there,
Cloud
so
storage is effective.
that's true.
Definitely.
Do you ever think government's in it? Like government's like collecting files?
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
They're
So-
like, oh shoot.
At the same time, though, the teachers is like explaining, you know, like, hey, you might be interviewing for a job and they ask you, you know, what kind of work have you done or, you know, what kind of projects did you do in school? And some people, you know, they're like, you know, I got, you know, switched laptops or I might have lost that hard drive. With the Google Drive, you know, it's always going to be there. So
That's a different
that's
advantage.
what I
It's
like
just-
about it.
It's one of those things like that, small thing like, well, what if something breaks into it, or what if, you know, government's like watching me?
But then if you had a bunch of dick pics on there, you
Well, hey, I ain't
on
doing
your
no
own.
school project with that. I'm trying to get a teaching job.
He's trying to get a
here.
teaching job. This ain't going to California and going to
Yeah, I ain't trying to go
school of pornography.
Hey, man. Let's just clarify.
life in prison, you know, I ain't trying to do that. So.
All right, so I asked because you know we mentioned a little bit yesterday. News came out that some big name celebrities among a list of like 100 apparently had photos stolen. I believe it's from like a feature like that where it just like put photos like in a certain storage or something. I don't know. I don't think it was like directly in the phone. I think it was some online storage.
I gotta say, like, I like how times have changed now to this point. Like, if this happened 10 years ago, it would be a huge scandal. Like, someone took pictures of themselves naked. But I think today it's like people understand, like, you know, people do that.
That's true. And one thing I want to throw out there is like, look, here's Kim Kardashian. She mixes sex tapes.
She's on the list, by the way.
Yes. Some people are like, wow, that's ridiculous, you know, like, man, she has a sex tape. But at the same time, what happens afterwards, you know, keeping up with the Kardashians,
Garbage
ratings have gone through the roof. They've
garbage
made
show.
a lot of money off of that show.
Garbage show.
And she's also, you know, an idol to these young girls. There's a thing on E! News or the whatever that channel is about Kim Kardashian. So, I mean, I think we know that she has a sex tape, but at the same time, it's like people are like, well, I mean, everybody's doing it nowadays, and that's I think what you were saying about the nude pics is everybody's having nude pics.
I'm just saying it's like the fact that, you know, the human body, you know, it's a beautiful thing, you know, people...
So let's photograph it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, why not?
So, all right, so what happened
We're
was...
adults here. We've all seen naked bodies before, you know.
Yeah, it's one thing that if Tim Tebow had photos leaked, you know, one being very religious. These people, obviously, they don't,
Care.
you know, talk about Christ in that way as Tebow does. So if Tebow had a photo leak, I think it would be more shocking to the community than all these A-listers.
I'm not so much shocked that these photos came out.
I'm not
like,
shocked at all.
I'm not shocked either.
I'm not shocked. I don't know what the explanation. I'm kind of disappointed in like the ability to be able to lock in and get these pictures.
Yeah.
Like I find it more not so much as a scandal or like, you know, as like a shocking thing for all these celebrities. I find it more as like a
privacy invasion.
privacy invasion crime thing. Like this, the fact that this person can come out and they can get all these photos, all these different people.
Yeah, it's one thing like the government could do it because I think the government has that power easily. easily, but just
Not some
some person in
hacker.
Starbucks
Ain't no
or
mess with the hacker.
whatever.
Yeah.
Someone in their mom's basement just
Yeah.
hacking.
Hey, shout out to all the moms.
In
Shout
their
out to the
basements.
mamas. But yeah,
Make sure your kids out
the
there
problem
before they're
is the real problem is the whole consent thing. You know, she obviously had no consent for these to be out there, and they were put out there anyways.
Invasion privacy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was like,
to me, that's the biggest problem.
I mean, we all know Andy's gonna be going out and looking these up as soon as we get done here.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
You know, I don't want to mention any more names because then Armando will start looking up. Me and Andy talked about the list.
Oh, I knew about this since yesterday.
Yeah, BNC the full list I read off.
No,
There's
the
like a name
biggest
of like-
names was Kate Upton, Jennifer Lawrence, and Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. I guess you don't care about.
They said the Area Grande one's
No, I
fake.
heard that the
I heard they were
Victoria
fake.
Justice one was fake.
Well, she said it was fake. It was probably not fake.
So what else? What other names are out here?
I don't know. Have you ever heard of a Megan Good?
Actually, you know, I don't find her attractive.
Oh, well, why?
Hey, you know, I'll definitely look up that one.
But there's a lot of them.
Let me tell you why. She looks like a young friend that I had back in the day of Liz. She looks like Liz Mendoza.
I don't see that.
Look at
comparison.
pictures side by side. I'm telling you. Liz Mendoza.
Anyways.
So I'm like, you
But
know,
there's
Hey, there
one-
you go.
a lot of celebrities-
Wanda thinks you look like
And,
Megan Bad.
Megan Good.
and apparently, no more puns. Remember?
Yeah.
I can't,
No
I,
puns.
I can't guarantee that, but there was Justin Verlander on there,
Who the hell is he?
baseball player,
Oh.
Tiger maybe. Big
Yeah, I
name,
hear his name a
big,
lot.
big
for
time baseball player, but he had some picks on there,
there you go.
and so there you go.
Don't go look.
Maybe
those
on Andy's computer. I don't know.
Just a few of those dick pics.
No,
up.
right.
You know, bring up the list. There got to be some more out there. More now. You know, since the story broke. So
We had a list of 100.
100.
It was like 100.
Dang.
Yeah, and there's probably people in the Amazon right now that if they have any Wi-Fi, they're like, "This is news." You know, we're naked all the
We
time.
spend our whole
you know?
time.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but these are done in a more artsy way. Avril Lavigne, she's on the list. April O'Neil, just kidding. Anna O'Neil, her sister. Ali and AJ,
I don't know who that
they're like
is.
musicians on Disney Channel or something.
Oh,
But they're like not like
Disney
on Disney
Channel.
Channel. They're like
You know
probably
how that goes.
they're probably the same age as us.
Oh yeah,
Hilary
what's
Duff was
surprising?
on it.
Miley Cyrus is not on that list.
It's just
That's
it's not a
surprising.
surprise to her, but with probably naked photos are hanging out. She probably already has them.
You know what I think
No.
about it
No,
is
she does
Miley.
either, but
The
Only-
fact that
she does everything but that.
it's like she promotes this lifestyle, but you never hear her in the news as getting in trouble or naked pictures.
That's
leaked.
because I think she knows what sells. She's ahead of the game right
No,
now.
yeah, she's definitely stepped.
So that's what I think. Because you know, I don't really think she's really like that. To
Yeah,
be
me
honest.
either.
Hope Solo,
Han
JoJo,
Solo?
Hope
Nah.
Solo, the
Hope
sucker. Woof.
Hope so.
You gotta
JoJo,
look that one up. Hope
JoJo.
Solo.
I'm gonna look that one up.
Of course Ken's on there.
You'll
I-
thank me later for Hope Solo.
I can't
Here's
look
an-
up JoJo because I still feel like she's 16 in my heart.
She
so-
grew up never
No,
too
she,
late.
She can't grow up. No.
Andy, it's never
It's
too late.
impossible. No.
Never too late.
You know,
Too late.
I don't know if that
back-
was like a pun-esque.
It's
right
pun-esque.
there, but
Yeah,
Too
back in
little,
the day,
too
I was
late.
a little
What do you
like,
actually want?
I was a
oh,
little like,
that's horrible.
let's say, probably about maybe sophomore year. I think I was watching what you would call the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great
okay.
talk.
Yep.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Oh, come on. All right. Anyways,
It's basically like
think?
Ariana Grande's situation when that Pharaoh guy who
Jay.
Jay Farrow, who obviously announced the MTV VMA Awards, and he's like, you know, Ariana
Oh, yeah,
Grande is
yeah.
21 years old. Let's make that known.
But
And
she's
yeah,
still on Nickelodeon.
yeah. Alicia gave me some crap about her. She's like, she looks like she's 16. I'm like, well, I don't really know how old she is, but I hope she's like at least 22 or
Well,
something.
I hope
like
so
that.
too. Otherwise, there's a lot of people about getting busted for.
So shout out to Farrow for letting us know that she is
I knew she was.
older than that.
Like
Yeah.
on the show she's on, Sam and Cat. You know,
Hey, Janae
Sam-
McCourty.
she's like same age as me. Like legitly, like
Yeah,
weeks
didn't the
apart.
blonde one have like scandalous pictures like 2 years ago?
I don't know about
I'm
that.
pretty
Sort
sure.
of.
Like she was taking pictures of herself in her bra.
Because I follow a guy in his on Facebook. His name is Bardock Obama. Yeah, Bardock
That is
Obama.
clever.
Yeah, he showed me that. That's pretty funny.
And
Clever.
so he always posted a picture up. He's like, "This was on my Twitter, but I had to get it taken down. I'm putting it back up here for you guys." But she was wearing clothes, obviously.
Oh, was
so,
it? Okay.
but it was like lingerie, sort of say so.
So some more names. You have Mary Kate. Also, shout out.
Oh, Evan, you trying to tell us something? You looked that one up.
No,
Shout
no,
out.
No, I didn't. It just came out because of name. Kirsten Dunst is on here. Of course, Megan Good. Kim Kardashian is of course on here, and
We've already seen enough of that.
Rihanna,
Not interested.
Vanessa,
That forehead though.
Vanessa Hudgens,
Rihanna,
Misty
didn't she,
Trainer.
like take like half nude pictures for magazines?
Yeah,
like, in
she was
Europe
taking,
and
like,
stuff?
Yeah, she does like this magazine.
You know, I'm surprised about Vanessa Hudgens though.
They put ScarJo, possibly ScarJo
Well,
Hansen.
everybody knew about that one, so
But no, this is like more elite, I guess. More
Oh,
intimate ones than
I
that.
guess.
Normal. Those are some of the big names. Rachel Nichols, isn't that an ESPN person or something?
I think it might be.
Oh, shout out to ESPN.
All right.
ESPN sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah. Okay. No, they're not.
All right, I think
I mean, that's good.
that was it. I think all right, here we go. That was our podcast for today.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and eat some dinner. We haven't eaten dinner yet. It's already 8:00.
You do, Evan, owe me $20, so I mean, Domino's Pizza.
So we're in this podcast. Don't worry about what you just heard. I'm gonna edit that out. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.